Hello again, Bill Jones, recapturefederalism.com, recapturefederalism.com, on the web, on the website, YouTube channel. Nobody ever sees it because it's being suppressed by YouTube and Google, political suppression, because they, along with the press and the media, and the two political parties suppress free speech because they don't want, especially they don't want to talk about me or hear what I got to say. Now, Megyn Kelly, there at Fox, she's an advocating the overthrow of government. She has on her show every night Republican strategist and Democratic strategist. But they don't ever have we the people strategist. Betrayal of we the people. Yeah, oh yeah. Fox News. Supposedly they're the best. They suck like the rest of them. Anyway, before I start my presentations, I always do my oath. I, William R. Jones, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. I first took that oath in July 1965 when I joined the United States Navy. The enemy then was communism, as enemy is now communism. And speaking of Megyn Kelly, as I was reading that, she's supposedly a lawyer, officer of the court. She was. She took an oath. Allegiance. True faith and allegiance to the same, the Constitution. She don't ever talk about Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution, does she? Treason. Which brings me to my subject today. I did my last presentation about the Illinois Supreme Court and their treason. And I said I would do one on Hillary Clinton, communist community organizer and insurgent. That's what she is. It's what she has always been since college days. Wrote a paper on Saul Alinsky. Saul Alinsky was around when I was in the Navy. When I was first anti-communist in 1960. When I was 15 years old. Read a book. I was a freshman in high school. And read a book. English class. Read a book. Any book you want, do a book report on it. Oh, okay. Not telling me what to read. I can read anything I want. And I was involved in political stuff then. Third generation anti-socialist, anti-communist. My grandfather came to this country in 1905, was an anti-socialist, despised Roosevelt, was a businessman, a builder. That's probably the reason I like Trump. Go with Trump. Yeah, builder. Anyway, he despised FDR. And I couldn't figure out why. He's anti-socialist. Wait a minute, anti-socialist. Anti-socialist. Why do you hate? Oh, Roosevelt was a communist. That's right. That's right. But anyway, and then you got these Democrats now. They look at him and they idolize him because he's a communist, and they're communist. They're gonna admit it. They're progressive, so they're communist. And anyway, she idolized Alinsky. Back in the arts, my father at the time, when he was active, I never heard him talk about Saul Alinsky, but Saul Alinsky was active in back of the yards and stockyards. In the 50s, in the 40s, 50s, in the 60s. In the yards. Union stockyards. A couple presentations back, I told you about vote buying. Them 1956, them aldermen and precinct captainmen and committeemen come over to Swift and Company and Armour and the rest of them, loading up a 5-pound ham. Vote buying. It was legal then. It was legal. Well, Megan Kelly, officer of the court. You don't follow your oath, you forget about that oath, don't you? And have those strategists, especially Zimmerman and Rich Fowler. Oh man, they're communist. They're communist. You need to read, Megan, you need to read the Communist Manifesto and the Guidelines of the Communist Party, 1921, and the 10 or 12 Rules of Radicals by Saul Alinsky. Number 5, they practice that all the time. Ridicule, man's most potent weapon, ridicule. And that's what they do. They ridicule. They got negative ads and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Hillary Clinton, communist community organizer, she following rules of the Guidelines of the Communist Party in 1921. And why is that important? Well, that most of your communist leaders around the world, Castro, Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, was in Vietnam. I was a Vietnam veteran. I am a Vietnam veteran. And ridiculed, we come back, we were ridiculed. Baby killers. Police were pigs back then, 50 years ago. Police were pigs. They're still pigs. And they're still targeted. And they're targeted in the rules, in the Guidelines of the Communist Party in 1921. Yeah. Section 8. Legal and illegal work. They admit they want to overthrow the government. I'm going to read that in a second. Write my book here. Write my book. They want to overthrow the government. But Section 8, Chapter 8, Article 8, whatever it is, 8, Roman numeral 8, the Guidelines of the Communist Party, illegal and legal work. They're community organizers and soldiers. Insurgency, soldier. Yes, soldier. And that's what Hillary Clinton is. She is a communist. And you notice how they do. They take class warfare, they utilize class warfare, and they fight between the lower class and middle class. And the middle class is, page 31 of the Communist Manifesto, conservative is equated to the middle class, bourgeoisie, middle class. And they argue and they fight the two groups, and they abolish all private property, redistribution of wealth and all that. Where do they redistribute it to the middle class and the lower class? No, the blacks, no. Oh, the leadership of the party, the Jesse Jacksons and black congressmen and those people. And Hillary, she's the biggest crook going because, as you see in my thumbnail, the communist criminal class versus the free citizens class, which is we the people. And there they are. She's making the bucks. Her and Bill. Now, they've been doing this for 40 years. She's been a communist for 40 years. Bill was a communist too. Oxford. Communist, communist, communist. And they go back to Arkansas. They were crooked then. They were crooked then. Commie, crooked people. Commie, crooked people. I know that Alex Jones talks about globalists, but they ain't globalists. They're world communists, world communists, world communists. Progressive Alliance, world communist. She's going to get money from world leadership, selling her office. And she was an illegal co-president. She was a co-president, 2 for the price of 1. Remember in 60 Minutes? 2 for the price of 1. Well, wait a minute. I got my book here from Hillsdale. My book, my Constitution book here. There ain't no position co-president. Now, if she claims she's co-president those 8 years, then there's, what about Article 20, 22nd Amendment? Nobody brings that up. Why not bring that up? Why not bring up 8 years? Bring up a cold case, murder. 76 Christians abolishing religion. I'm going to read that in a minute. Abolishing religion. All morality. Yeah. She wants to change. These emails come out. WikiLeaks. Love WikiLeaks. Everybody says it's Russians. It ain't Russians. It sure as hell ain't the American press. It ain't Megyn Kelly. Ain't Megyn Kelly. No, it ain't Megyn Kelly. She's too fascinated by sex, says it. Yeah, she wants all the women to vote by their vagina, not their hearts and their brains, yeah. First woman president. But she was co-president. How can she be co-president for 8 years and now president? She wasn't the first woman in Waco, Texas. Massacre, Waco, Texas. Genocide. Crimes against humanity. Nobody ever charged, tried, convicted of killing 76 people there. Men, women, and children. Crimes against humanity. Janet Reno, Bill Clinton, and Hillary, she's co-president. How were they involved? They were involved in that, weren't they? Ruby Ridge, 1992, before they were president, but nobody was charged with that. Vicki Weaver, she, innocent person, holding a baby, had her head blown off by a federal agent sniper. Federal agent sniper. Shot Randy Weaver in the back. Yeah. Rules of engagement. Shoot anything that moves, baby. Shoot anything that moves. And nobody charged. Nobody charged. That would have been Janet Reno. Commie. All these attorney generals and presidents we've had since Roosevelt, communist. And then she was still co-president. At the end, well, they were selling the Lincoln bedroom, remember that? The Tricoms and all that kind of stuff. Remember that? Don't ever bring that up, do you? Don't ever bring that up. Why not bring it up? And then they had 1999 and 2000. There were two legislations, modern financial whatever, derivatives. That's where we get derivatives from. Derivatives. Banks can handle derivatives. The lobbyist tried for 25 years, 12 times, to get Glass-Steagall overturned. And they got it overturned under Clinton, which caused the financial crisis that we're still in now. caused a financial crisis in 2001, 2000, and 2008 because they overturned Glass-Steagall. He repealed Glass-Steagall. And she did too. She was co-president. Remember, she's responsible too. But they're communist. They're communist. She's a communist. Community organizer. Stuff in her pockets with the George Washingtons. Yes. Need to purge these communists. Get them out of here. And like I say, I notice a treason. Notice of treason, 25th of January 2016, the 7 people, including James Comey, traitor, buckled under Loretta Lynch, commie, AG, commie. Now, page 26, I'm going to do my reading, and I'm going to be off for the day. There are besides eternal truths, but page 26, the Communist Manifesto. If you don't learn anything, you learn this. Next 2 pages, next 2 readings I got. There are besides eternal truths such as freedom and justice, etc., and I include liberty in there, that are common to all states of society, but communism abolishes eternal truth. It abolishes all religion and all morality. And what do we learn from WikiLeaks with Hillary? One of them, that she wants to change religious beliefs. Communist Manifesto. They want to abolish all religion. Abolish all. It's also in the Principles of Communism, too, page 52 or something, I think it is. Yeah. Make it, religions disappear. And then my final reading, and I'll be gone for the day. Finally, they labor everywhere for the union and the agreement of democratic parties of all countries, especially the teachers' union. Oh, yeah. Public unions. For the union and agreement of the democratic parties of all countries. The communist disdain to conceal their views and aims, they openly declare that their ends can be attained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. Let the ruling classes tremble at the communistic revolution. Forcible overthrow of all social conditions. Violation 18 U.S.C. Chapter 115. Treason codes. Treason codification. Let the ruling classes tremble. They're terrorists, making people tremble. Hate, wrath, violations of the 7 deadly sins. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries unite. And they've been uniting since 1886. Insurrection since 1886. And they first killed 7 Chicago police officers with a dynamite bomb. Communist. Good day.